Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have one for today. In today's video, we're doing a Q&A based on a post that we found on Facebook, actually.
Yep.
We figured it related to anyone out there when it comes to personal finance. And this is based on our take, what would we do, our scenario, in order for us to achieve higher.
Yep.
So, question goes.
So the person asked, partner and I found ourselves in a position to purchase a house in cash. Congrats. House settles on the 18th. Will leave us with about $60,000 in savings. We'll be relocating from one state to another state, so currently selling the current car because it's very hard to travel and you're not going to bring the car anyway. Before I go talk to a broker, we'll be looking at buying two brand new cars. Once we get over there, should we mortgage the house or should we just get a personal loan? So this person is stay at home and the partner makes about $80,000 a year in Australia.
So,
Similar situation like us.
Recap of this: you're going to buy a house in cash. After everything, you're probably going to have $60,000 in cash after all expenses. And then you're relocating from one state to another, which what we did.
Yep. But lucky for us, we drove the cars.
Yeah.
We had two cars. We drove both of them up here and then we sold one of them eventually.
We drove out here because we looked at it. We don't want to purchase, like we don't want to sell and then buy another one because they're going to be a hit in terms of your capital.
One is time as well.
Yeah.
So either you got to sell it to a dealer at a cheaper rate or you can sell it by yourself, private, and then a lot of people come and ask you a question and give you a bargain asking for a lower price. So we did sell a few cars before. And then that time we're thinking, well, we had enough stuff. We a family of four and we got some belongings and a cat. So we drove two cars up here. Lucky it was from Sydney to Queensland. It was 10 hours, let's say.
10 hours, about 1,000 Ks or so.
But then we stopped in the middle overnight because I never ever driven for that far. And then we stopped overnight. Was it Coffs Harbour?
Yeah.
So we stopped there overnight and then next day came here again. And it was a quite easy journey, I'll say.
Yeah, except for the rain.
Oh yeah, and I was driving with the cat only, not with the kids.
Yeah, so I drive with the kids. So.
Yep.
Overall, we did experience the same thing. However, in terms of buying two brand new cars, so yes, we sell the house, we got capital, and we buy another house in here, and we didn't.
We got extra saving, but we did not buy another car. In fact, we sold one of the cars because we don't need that, and we used to have an electric bicycle. We sold that too.
Yeah.
So we actually have a lot less transport.
Yeah. In Brisbane, I found that it's not a car friendly. It's not a public transport friendly.
Yeah, you have to have.
You gotta have car. However, with our workload, we are fortunate enough that we both work from home 3 or 4 days a week. For me, you're 100% working from home. And with the vehicle, we're only using them on the weekend.
And then you got a work vehicle. That's why we sold the other car.
That was the other reason why we sold our personal car, because I received a work vehicle.
Anyway, back to them. So the first time when I read it, I was a bit confused. So you said you're buying your house in cash, and why are you going to mortgage?
So it works out to be that they're looking at to withdraw equity, put a mortgage, and then buy a
cars. Two brand new cars. Why do you need brand new cars? You're already in such a good position. You don't need mortgage for the house. Why do you want to go back to debt? And the thing is, you go back to debt for car, which depreciate in value.
Now, both of our cars, when we actually moved to here, we didn't have any finance on them. In fact, it was like sort of a shock when we actually sold one of the cars. Like, oh yeah, only for a very small value. But I wasn't emotional.
No, but because we always use our car at the pretty much last minute. We use we don't change cars. We don't not like 2-3 years. Oh, we're gonna change car. Well, no, we don't. We use the car for 10 years at least, so that we use all the value that the car gives us. So that's why when we try to sell any car, it's really low value.
Yeah. We're looking at this alone. Do you really need to buy two brand new cars? you've got $60,000 in saving.
For
Do you
me,
really need to?
what I'll do is keep, let's say, half of it, $30,000 in your bank, because one person is
Maybe
stay at
they have to,
home,
yeah.
the other person is working full time, assume. So if you have $30,000, you can get to, you don't have to get the cheapest ever secondhand car. Like $30,000 for two secondhand car. I, you don't need two big car, maybe one big one, one small one.
Correct. And depending how often you drive. I mean, for us, I guess drop off and pick up to
That's
school.
yeah, that's the weekday drive we use.
Yeah, that's the weekday drive, and you probably only need a small car for that aspect of it. And depending how many children, we've only got two. And because of that, your driving, I guess, the range is quite small.
Maybe just get two of low mileage but older car.
Yeah, that's the other second.
They are quite reasonable, the price. We've been looking. I did look for cars as well, because that time when we're looking for cars, we're looking for what, 10 to 20,000, like $15,000.
Yeah,
for a car, I think
it's
can
reasonable.
find quite a lot. And our last car, we bought it for $15,000.
And that lasts us 10 years.
Oh no, not 10. Like, but
Somewhere
we
around
used a lot for that car.
Got up to the stage where the paint is actually start peeling off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was our, I guess, the family car, the drop off, the pickup type of car.
Yeah.
Maybe you need it for work. So I used to do that.
No, we bought that big car for $15,000, and the other little car also $15,000. So see, it's doable, and we use those cars for at least 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, so one of them is a four-wheel drive. It was a Honda CRV. The other one is a Hyundai Accent. I guess the Honda CRV was for us when we go camping.
Oh yeah.
Family activity.
Yeah.
We had two young children, so the car seat. That was a little bit
at that time.
At that time, it fit. And then when the kids go into school, you don't need the car seat anymore. And then we swap.
Yeah, we can use the small car to drop them off.
And the fuel efficiency.
Yes.
So it was cheaper driving on a small car.
Yeah, a lot cheaper.
So and you don't really need for what reason do you need a brand new car? Like dealer use, even dealer use.
Right? Some people like it, like the lease from work, tax benefit.
Yeah.
You just make it too complicated. Is it really tax benefit because you're getting a new car and then they depreciate in value? Does it really cover that value of the car? Because we've seen friends that they trying to they lease the car and then they sell it in a few years later, thinking, oh, we'll make money from it. No, why make it so complicated? Like, if you can afford it outright, then just afford it outright.
And that's the lifestyle that we're in. So we're in. If you can afford it, buy in cash. Buy in cash. If you cannot afford to buy in cash, then
save it.
How about wait until you can save it? Or if not, hey, you're not there yet. Then the reselling value, how much dollar figure that it's gonna hit in terms of your cash, it is dramatic.
But it is just totally against you paying cash and then you're getting a loan to buy depreciate value. If you get
a loan to buy a property or something that is going to appreciate in value, hey, go nuts. But this is
not nuts. No. Be reasonable. Yes,
at least that's yes, you're going in the right direction. Maybe take an equity and buy property. Yeah, because that property possibly going to generate you more income and then overall, I guess lifespan of owning that property possibly going to increase.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's still that possibility. However, when you're buying a car, it depreciates. You're definitely going down. Yeah. For example, our $15,000 car, the family cars, let's say, both of our family cars, by the time I sold it after like 10 years, I think it was like worth only $3,000.
Yeah, one is 3, the other was a 5.
Something along those lines. So like, you don't want to take a loan based on a car that's going to depreciate in value.
But look, I always like to encourage people to buy secondhand. We bought it $15,000 and we still can sell it for $5,000.
Yeah.
Like $5,000, make it easier.
Yeah.
So $10,000 that in the space of, let's say, 5 years. So you're using $2,000 a year to have the car.
Yeah. Not only that, maybe you haven't actually calculated maybe the expenses of the admin costs. Say, for example, the radio, the tires, the servicing, insurance. Those will add up.
Yeah. I think that's why we decided to sell the second car.
Yeah, because we don't see the need of it.
Mm.
We don't see the need of, hey, these guys just gonna collect us in here.
And we're paying what was
The
it,
insurance.
$5,000
To be on the
approximately?
to be on the road. Well, that was in New South Wales.
Mm.
I'm not sure how much it is. In here, it's a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
I think so. To be on the road in New South Wales, just the car in the garage is roughly about $5,000 per year. So having two cars, so that possibly be $10,000 a year.
Yep.
And here's a little bit cheaper, I think.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's just based on our personal experience. We would not go on a loan to buy a car.
No, never ever. Not
Not
a car.
not a car.
No.
So,
Like the only two options, either get off the mortgage or personal loan. No, none of those.
none of those. Okay, just buy in cash. You've got enough money in there to buy in cash. I mean, yes, it might be a small car, maybe uncomfortable, but you pay it in cash.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of a drive do you need? How many? What was it? An hour drive commute every day with no cruise control. So.
Yep.
Anyway, that's just our 2 cents, guys, based on our personal experience. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.